TV.
Tumetoka mbali, bado tuko mbali na tunaenda wapi? Mbali.
Endelea kutazama Capuchin TV, huduma Katoliki ya uinjilishaji.
Well, hello and welcome to today's Catholic Focus News Bulletin. I'm Susan Bulemi, and on the sign language interpretation desk is Hezron Otieno. On today's bulletin, we cover matters concerning education, health, and coffee farming boosts in Murang'a County. We begin with the education sector, whereby leaders from Kakamega County are now pushing for changes to the student placement system in senior secondary schools, saying the current policy is unfair to local institutions and has increased costs for parents. Here is Onuso Yvonne with the full details.
A section of members of parliament from Kakamega County has called for urgent reforms to the policy that guides the placement of students in senior secondary schools. Speaking at Musembe Secondary School in Lugari constituency, Lugari MP Nabi Nabwera and Kakamega County Women Representative Elsie Muhanda said the current placement system has left many schools, especially those in the C4 category, struggling to enroll enough students. They noted that a large number of learners are assigned to schools far from their homes, despite the presence of nearby institutions, increasing the financial strain on parents.
Mpango mlikuwa nayo ya kuadmiti watu kupelezi watoto kwa C1 ni mbaya. We cannot have a plan ile inaangamiza shule za sub-county.
The leaders proposed that students be placed in schools closer to their residences to help lower education-related costs.
Placement ya hawa watoto going forward ikuwe local, ikuwe kwa kila constituency na ikuwe kwa kila county.
Nabwera also urged Parliament to boost funding to the education sector to ease burden of school fees on families.
Nataka pia niulize wenzangu katika bunge, tuchukulie swala la elimu kama swala la kiuchumi. Tuongeze bajeti ya mwaka unaokuja wa makadirio kutoka bilioni 760 hadi trilioni 1 ili hao walimu wapate nafuu.
Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Onuso Yvonne.
And still on matters education, a school feeding program is transforming learning outcomes and easing the financial burden on parents at one local high school. Through support from a well-wisher organization that now provides regular meals to learners, parents are spending less on timely school expenses, while attendance and concentration levels among students continue to improve. Teachers say the initiative has not only boosted enrollment, but also motivated students to come to school consistently, helping create a more stable and effective learning environment. The students themselves have spoken out, saying the feeding program has been a great benefit to them and a strong motivation for them to attend school and focus on their studies. Let's take a look.
And this is an organization that was introduced into this school in 2023, and it has really helped our school because it normally provides us with the food items so that the kids here eat. Every 1 week, 3 days they take rice, and then the other days they take githeri. Then it assisted us because now we used to pay a fees of around 5,000 Kenya shillings per term, but as we speak, the last 3 years we had been paying 1,000 only. And then this year we have good news because it has been reduced now. The parents pay only 500 shillings. The other things are catered for by this society. And this has improved in the school because even the kids have joined us, even from neighboring sub-counties. They are coming, some even look for houses around so that they join this school because of the payment. Parents are very, very, very happy. Kids are very happy. Then they also introduce another program where they come and talk to the students. They come with Christian books, motivational books, and these have helped the students. They go to the library, they pick them, they read, and this has helped us, especially in terms of discipline.
We have enjoyed the feeding program, and through the feeding program, we have received foodstuffs to take us for the terms that I have been here. It has been a very good program, beneficial to the learners who have been able to be retained in school, and they have also increased in enrollment, and therefore we would pray that this program continues, because even health-wise it is boosting the health of the kids. We are not getting any student with challenges because the food is balanced, it is good, and they report to school very early. Today being on a Friday, the end of the month, we always receive chapatis. They are going to feed on chapatis over lunchtime, and they are very positive, which has also boosted their academic excellence. It has tried to substitute the issue of capitation, because you can be able to feed the kids now on time, and we would wish that the program is extended even to other areas where the kids are not feeding well. And for our sake, we appreciate every effort that is given to us to ensure that the school runs properly as far as the issue of supporting these children is concerned.
I'm grateful for the feeding program. It is helping much a lot, like it is motivating students to come to school, whereby the special diets are at least motivating the students. Something else, the students are getting rare meals which they don't get at home, and that's helping. And it's also reducing the costs for the parents where they are not paying for the meals.
Hii program ya kulisha wanafunzi kwa shule ni mzuri, kwamba kuna wanafunzi wenye huwa wanakaa nyumbani bila kukosa pesa za kulipa, lakini sasa zimepunguzwa, wataweza kusoma vizuri. Pia kuna chakula zenye kaa nyumbani, kuna kuoga hawapatagi chapati hivi, konazo wanaweza kuja wasome vizuri. Pia kuna wanafunzi vijana wenye hawatakagi kuja shule, na waomba wakuje wasome nasi. Kaa siku hizo, miaka hiyo ya kitambo, tulikuwa wanafunzi wachache, lakini hii mradi yenye ilianzia wameendelea kuongezeka, sasa tuko wengi, na naomba muendelee kusaidia hivyo.
And away from matters education to coffee farming, whereby government reforms in the coffee sector are beginning to deliver tangible results in Murang'a County, with factories recording sharp increase in both production and quality. At Kiruru Coffee Factory in Mathioya Sub-County, output has more than doubled, rising from about 700,000 kilograms to over 1.6 million kilograms per harvest season. A growth attributed to improved government policies, access to better farm inputs, and renewed confidence among farmers. The national government is now stepping up support by modernizing processing facilities to reduce post-harvest losses and boost farmers' earnings. Deputy State House Controller Simon Yekuro delivered President William Ruto's support for the installation of a solar dryer at the factory as leaders called for unity and more investment to strengthen the coffee value chain. Let's take a look.
Madioya is the leading producer of coffee in Murang'a County. We produce the most coffee and the best coffee. So there are some issues in terms of infrastructure in the factories, and we have approached the president, and he sent us with his support to make sure that we give them a solar dryer to make sure that they get quality coffee. And I'm very sure, as you are aware, the president gave 5 solar dryers when he came last year. So today he has given the 6th one in Madioya constituency. Of course, we came with the Deputy State House Controller so that he can see also the other challenges that the farmers have, so that we can see how we can, in total, address the issues of infrastructure of the coffee factories. As you know, Madioya is 50% coffee and 50% tea. So I'm very sure me and the team will be visiting almost all the other coffee factories and the tea factories to make sure that we try and address those challenges. Because when we do, the money for infrastructure is not deducted from the coffee prices.
Historia ya Kiroro ni mojawapo ambazo zimenufaika zaidi na mipango ya rais ya kuhakikisha kwamba wakulima wamenufaika kwa serikali. Wameweza kuongezea mazao yao kutoka 700,000 kilograms up to 1.6 million kilograms in 1 year.
Our farmers went back to the farm, and now production increased to double from 700,000 to 1.6 million kilograms. Now this solar dryers helps us in reducing cost of processing. Ordinarily in a drying bed, coffee takes like 21 days to dry, but with the solar dryer it takes only 10 days. And that one is just a clear way of putting money to farmers' pockets. In terms of farm input, we have a challenge of subsidized fertilizer, for example, because our farmers are required to go with the e-voucher to the collection centers, but with money in their phones. That is 2,500. But most of our farmers don't have that money. So we are requesting our government to just let the cooperative society own that voucher. That voucher be given to our cooperative societies, and then they purchase on behalf of the farmers, and then farmers can get it as a credit at the same price also.
Indeed, it's a great change for the agriculture sector, and we do hope the coffee farmers specifically continue to get positive impacts in their farming activities. Now, moving away from that into the health sector, health experts are calling for increased cancer screening, particularly among women of reproductive age, as a key step in reducing cancer-related deaths. This comes as the government continues to emphasize early detection and responsible use of medication. Here is our reporter Lilian Kimanthi with the full report.
Early detection remains the most effective way of managing cancer. Health experts are now urging women of reproductive age to embrace regular cancer screening in order to improve treatment outcomes. Speaking during a cancer awareness and screening medical camp held at Giriambu Primary School in Kirinyaga County, the Principal Secretary in the State Department for Health and Professional Standards, Mary Muthoni, said that although cancer is a serious condition, it is treatable when detected early.
Again, I want to talk about screening of young women, young productive women of ages 25 to 49 years. Let us have this age group going to facilities and getting tested, getting screened, and ensuring that they know their status. We are walking patients, and any given time, you do not know when it can hit you. Therefore, it is good to keep on screening so that you can know your status.
The PS encouraged Kenyans to prioritize routine medical checkups, noting that delayed diagnosis often leads to complications that could otherwise be avoided. At the same time, Mary Muthoni raised concern over the misuse of medication, warning against the abuse of over-the-counter drugs. She cautions that irresponsible use of medicine contributes to antimicrobial resistance, a growing public health threat.
Self-medication is not acceptable in this country. The law is very clear, According to Pharmacy and Poisons Board, we have schedules for medication. We have Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3, and it is important to note that there are drugs that basically are for prescription only. You cannot walk into a chemist and buy. You cannot prescribe yourself. And that is what I want the members of public to understand and to know. And for those who own chemists, sisi hatuwachomei, what we are saying is do the right thing. If you need to sell a medication, ask for a prescription, or you ask for a lab test so that you're able to dispense the right medication. Otherwise, antimicrobial resistance is here with us. And we do not want members of public and citizens unknowingly to continue taking medication where they'll find themselves in a tight corner when you really get sick and that medication.
The medical camp offered free cancer screening services as part of efforts to create awareness and promote preventive healthcare among communities. Reporting for Catholic Focus, I am Lilian Kimanthi.
And that story from Lilian Kimanthi concerning cancer screening among women brings us to the end of today's edition of the Catholic Focus News, and great appreciation to the production team for making this bulletin a success. I am Susan Bulemi, and our sign language interpreter has been Hezron Otieno. Until next time, be blessed.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. You are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.